absolutely not. And makes the trouble that comes with startups. About 40 years later, some of the equipment are still in shape, while some other have given way to advancements in technology. We double the beginning of the French medicine, we need to be ready to perform. That was not a bad outcome compared to what was.
Yeah, good morning. Welcome to today's quick update on our trades. We're going to run quickly and for you to have an idea of what we are expecting. So we can see that so far, this is DXY on the weekly time frame, that we first saw the bearish candle, but there's not been any momentum since then. And we believe that this move and the move up is a correction. So we don't want to break above this level of 104,307. And so that is what we are saying. If we check through the daily candle, it's going to give us, pretty much, this is the first sign. And, the price has not made any more descent after breaking the structure, the daily structure here. Of course, we still need to break this structure, and price has not done that. So there's still, the price is good to go down, really. Dollar is good to go down, but don't be surprised because there are still a little liquidity to be grabbed, up there. I can still see the sign that we are coming down, even with the appearance of this doji here. Price wants to grab liquidity between here, but not to break above here. I think for now on the daily, this area will be an area that's 104, 434 will be an area, that area for price to get to. Price may just do that, but we're going to see what they are trying to print. It's very tricky. Price may just continue to, descend when you least expect. So you have to be very careful, with the trade now. Looking at the 4-hour candle too, I think it's pretty much the same that we are seeing. Price is trying to probably grab liquidity, slowly and stylishly going up. I don't want to buy this because I know probably we should be coming down. But if the price do go up, then I would have to take advantage, because buying this, it will be suicidal because price can just turn on you. If I go to the Euro USD quickly, which is an inversely correlated to the XY. So it's pretty much the same. So looking at this, we don't want to see price. All we want to do, we want to buy. Okay, we want to buy, and we are buying. So we don't want to see price break 1.0766, or between that, yeah, 1.07, let's say here. We don't want to see price break here, 1.0740, 7740, yeah. So we don't want to see price break that on the weekly. So if you go to the daily, we're supposed to go up now because we believe this correction is over, but price has been dragging also. Now with the appearance of this, we see that price wants to come to the downside. They are liquid to be grabbed, really, if price can get enough momentum, and it might just be the last run to the downside. I don't want to sell it. It's not safe for you to attempt to sell this, really. The last move of the structure, you don't want to sell. You can wait for buy. So if it comes down the more, then we can probably look for a buy. So I'm going to show to you in a moment what I think it's happening here. So we are looking at this area of 7620 and I think 77, what they call it the other time, around this area to this area, this particular area. Yeah, maybe 640, 7640. Yeah, that area price may just pull to this area. Now let's look at what is giving us on the 4-hour time frame. Because I believe that after this move, if price should come down to grab liquidity low here, then there's going to be a very short move to the upside. So far we don't break this level of the price, 74, 1.074 if you don't break that. So on the 4-hour time frame, so this is what has happened so far. On the 4-hour time frame, this is our run to the upside so far. After finishing these, a 4 and a 5. So this is a big 4, and this is like the last wave to the downside of a 5. Then we have been saying these had gone up pretty much like a 5-wave structure, and you know, up to this moment, and we are now seeing the correction. The correction is not deep enough. We had expected that this would just be an A and a B, and that we could have a C or a WXY. So let's go into the 1-hour time frame to look at it. Okay. Going inside the 1-hour time frame, so after this initial move, this is where we had a turn and we moved here. So we saw this as a 1, 2, and a 3, which could be technically A. This ABC could be A or W, and also it could be the end of the move, and price may just go up. Now, when you see it move up this way, it could go up and you think it's a correction, but before you know it, they could turn around and just continue to go up and break structure to the upside. But so far, with what we are seeing here, we have stylishly broke this structure here. Is it going to hold below it? We need to go down the more. Let's see if we have broken 4-hour structure to the downside. Let's see. 4-hour structure to the downside on that. Yes, because the 4-hour structure is just at this level. So we are breaking. This thing may be going down, but I don't want to sell it. Be careful. Okay. What you want to do is wait. What do I see now? I see this as an ABC of a W, and this in the middle, as an A, B, and a C of an X, and we are running a Y to the downside. That's the way it's looking like now. Why this one will still go for an X in a WXY, it's that this thing had turned at a fib level of about 78. It went past 76. It didn't get to 85 at a 78, and the most we can have now is an 100 extension to the downside, or the least if we continue to move down, if we get a momentum. If this turns out to be a wave 3, it's going to break the low of this, and once you have a low of this, then you can begin to think of, okay, where do you want to buy? So if it breaks the low of this, it's going to break this low as well. So once this tick is taken, as around this area, you should be looking for your buy order. So that's what I can say. If I go on the 1-hour time frame for you to see what has happened here. What has happened here after this move, it's like we had another W, another X, and another X here, and we add this move. This should have been a Y. So if this has been because this is like a 5 ways to the downside, this 5 ways to the downside could have finished this move, and we add this. We add this. This going to the upside if it's the first move of the rally to the upside, then this should not come here. But now we are seeing that it has broken this. So this only now, it's just AW and X at this point and a Y. Or you can call it an A, B, and a C here. And these may just be like a 5. You know, a 4 and a 5 here. Then this looks like the first move of an impulse to the downside. And this is now looks like the second way to the upside. And this is going to be a 3-1. We might have a 3-2 pushing up. And thereafter, we're going to see a momentum breaking down if that is going to work, if it's going to work like that. So that is what I can see now. Now, if I go inside of a 15 minutes time frame to further break it down, I'm taking time now. I don't want to do that. So that is what we are seeing. It's pretty much the same. Like I said, this is like the last like move and probably a 5. And the first move to the downside, a 1 and a 2. And we are seeing these going down the more. So if it's going to go down the more, we'll see. Let me go inside the 1 hour time frame to tell you what I think. Now, inside the 1 hour time frame, let me bring out my drawing from here to here. So we are broken out of this structure now. So we are broken out of this structure. This could be a W X and a Y. And so the 100 extension is going to be here. It's going to be here. The 100 extension, but this 100 extension might be a little extended because this is 1.8. And this is 127, and this is 161.8. So 161.8, price should not go beyond here. I have another order here, which I think price is not coming to. But price may not get here. No matter what fib extension we are looking at, and we're counting up there to give us 100 here and here, I believe that price may just pull beyond here and just use 61.8 to turn because it might not work exactly on an 100. If you look at it again from here, to the downside, this is where 100 extension from here to here falls. You may want to pick your trade here and see if price is going to still come here at 61.8. But price may want to respect that 61.8 more than the 100. That's just about how many pips? That's about 11 pips below it. This might not work. The 127 might not work. So, but this is 161.8. 161.8 is around 80 something. Is almost touching 85. So, but I think a good place to look for price is around this area first and see what kind of reaction they're going to get. But price most likely will not make it past this area. I don't think so. So we have to know that. But then price is breaking out of here because we are taught that, let me try to zoom out or zoom in rather. I thought that we are trying to have a flat here with this move to the upside, you know, and this move here. And this is probably we're going to have it, you know, a running flat and take it up, but it is not that anymore. So price is going to break all this through to the downside. I'm just marking it. So let's see how price breaks. Once we break X here, then price is going to continue to move to the downside. So we just need to watch what price is doing. If price breaks this X and you have a decent pull to the upside, you may look for a sell, a short sell. You may look for a short sell. If price should break here, the price should break that, then you can look for a push, a pullback and sell to this area. Look for your sell around a buy around 1.077 or 1.07880, and this area, which is 1.07690 or 94. So we'll see what price is going to do. Now, same on gold. Let's look at gold. Gold is tricky. Gold is very tricky. I'm going to Henson. Gold is very tricky. If you look at what gold has been doing, very, very tricky. Just from the daily now. From the daily, we're supposed to be going up, but gold has been fading and kind of moving sideways. And they can do this, move sideways and all of a sudden gather momentum and begin to go up. We had seen a turn of a WXY here, where this Y didn't break the low of this, rather between a WXY, because a bigger WXY, a WX and a Y here, then we can see another WXY. But in between this WXY is an extension of about 100, which might just be enough for price to begin to move up, because price had done more than, I think, enough recovery to go up here. So price had been breaking some structure here. So, but what I can see here is price still wanting to grab liquidity without breaking here. So price may not break 2005 before we go up. So let's look at the daily, sorry, the 4-hour time frame to see what. Now, this is the low of the second wave around here. The second wave around here. So, which is price, may not break this area. And this is the last place price can get to, 1995. 2005 is around this area, which is this support here. So this is a support area between here, 2005, and here, which is 2000. We may see price receding and going back uptrend. So after this push, this had remained a correction to this last move. And we saw this as an A, B, and a C. And this move, we thought that it was going to continue to go to the upside. So this is where it's very funny, which I don't want to sell. It's very funny here. I don't want to sell here, because if this is an ABC of a W, and this is giving me an X for me to have a Y, I do not expect this kind of a recovery, because this had gone past, I think, 85. That is the worry for me. Let me bring out my drawing for you to see what I'm trying to say. Let me zoom in. Oh, ABC of W, but this is not looking like an X for me. It's like price wants to continue. So if you say this is an ABC of a W and this is a Y, it can still be a B, but not an X. If we look up here, look at the retracement to the upside. This had gone beyond. This is 85 here. Price has broken 85. So it cannot be an X. It cannot be an X. It cannot be an X. Yeah, it could be a 335 of, because it's almost at 90. Then if it's at 90, probably it could be a regular flat. So everything on gold is not looking like, oh, we're going to have a zigzag. You know, maybe the worst that can happen here is to probably have, price around 61, 76, but max is around this area of 100. So I think max is around this area of 100. And if they want to play a fast one on you and grab liquidity, maybe around this area of a 61.8 of the old move, or let me see, of this move. But we just need to see what price is trying to print, of the old move here. 61.8 is around this area. So, which may not break the low of this, but 100 of it is around this area without even touching 76. So I think between this area and this area, let me use 78 and 76. That area, 61.8 of this structure to the upside. But again, we are using that. And then again, looking at this formation looks more like a regular flat. If it's going to be a regular flat, then a regular flat probably at 61.8 or 76, but max here. Max here. So if I were you, I'll be looking just before, after breaking 61.8. If you don't get reaction here, I will be looking at this area for a possible buy. 2024 area. Yeah, 2024 200 area to pick a buy and see if price is going to break through here. So if price now breaks through this area, then it shouldn't go beyond this area. So of 2020. So between 2024 and 2020, we should have price pulling back. So let's just allow what gold wants to do, probably break, if it's going to break down a little more before we look for a buy. But at this point, I don't want to sell. If you're in a buy, of course, we're in a buy from 2026, around this area. We've been, around this area, we've been, on a buy on the 61.8 already. So if it's going to now come and take out the 61.8 again, it's going to be around this zone. So I think with that, I've come to the end of the update. Let's be careful. The momentum is still towards the upside. All right.